So, if I'm gonna be honest, lately I have just felt pretty off. Not like depressed or sad, just like absolutely drained. And I think it might be this fun thing called burnout. Now, before we dive into this video, and I promise there's gonna be something helpful for you in this. I don't know what it is yet, but I know there will be. My name is Carson. I started this channel basically as a way to talk about the things I'm going through, the mistakes I'm making, and the things that have gotten me to where I am today in an effort to hopefully make sure you don't make those same mistakes and become the best version of yourself. Now, burnout is always this thing that I've looked at and I was like, well, I think I have a good enough balance to where it's not going to affect me. Like, I take some time to relax every so often. I do this, this, and this. I think I'm okay. I think I'm exempt from burnout. But let me tell you, burnout sneaks up on you. Burnout is this feeling where you just have no energy. Where, like, even to film this video, it took a lot of willpower that I didn't have much to pull from. But it's something that I think a lot of us will encounter at some point in our lives, so it's important to kind of wrap our head around. So recently, I have just been running nonstop. I've been working a lot, a pretty stressful job. I've had a few slower months just because of the market being slower, and that takes a lot of toll on everything in your life because you're making less money, things are slower, there's more pressure. And that definitely takes a toll on you. On top of that, doing everything else, filming videos for 2 YouTube channels, running Elevate and helping everyone inside of Elevate become the best version of themselves, and just balancing life as a whole. There's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it, and I'm sure you probably feel that same pressure and stress at times. Here's the thing that this has made me realize is I've always had this idea that you had to earn rest. At night, as I'm starting to wind down for bed, as my fiance showering and getting ready for bed, I will try to find tasks to do. I'll say, oh, well, this should be done, this should be done, this should be done. I'll clean this, all these random little tasks, instead of just sitting back and relaxing. Because I will not allow myself to rest until I have earned it. But that shouldn't have to be the case. Rest is essential to staying sharp and focused. That way, during the times where you are working, where you are doing something important, you are attentive and ready to complete that. The scary thing about burnout is that it makes you forget where you started. You just feel like, what is going on? You don't really have the mental capacity to wrap your head around anything. So you are just like floating out in the ocean, not really sure what's happening, where to go, or what to do. Until you sit down and think about what has gotten you to that point. For a lot of people, if you're in school, this might be during finals time where you're studying, holding everything to the last minute, trying to get it all in, and then by the end of it, you are just dead. You need to spend some time to relax. But you don't have to earn it through doing this push cycle. Take breaks. Give yourself the opportunity to enjoy yourself, to relax. If you're like me, I've been working at the same speed for years at this point. And this is just now kind of getting to the point where I'm starting to feel it catch up to me a little bit. You don't have to allow yourself to get to this point to be like, okay, I need to take a little step back. Allow yourself to take micro breaks in between so that you don't hit this wall. Instead of just running full speed at this wall and hoping something change, get a game plan as you're coming up to it. Find a way around it. Change your course so that you do not hit this wall. You can do that, I promise you. Step back and look at your current situation. Look at things you're doing. Look at the things you're feeling, because you're feeling them and doing them for a reason. And ask yourself if it's sustainable. And if it's not sustainable, ask yourself if you can do it long enough to see the results you want to do so that by the time you achieve that result, you're able to take a break. Because if not, chances are you'll probably get yourself into a little bit of a tricky situation. So, long story short, burnout, it happens. It happens to everyone. There's going to be times where you feel dead, where you're not going to have that willpower, that discipline to do what you need to do. Yeah, you still need to do it anyways. And it gets tricky sometimes, but it's normal. Every single person, I guarantee you, every single person goes through it. All you can do is just put one foot in front of another and learn from the mistakes you made coming up until this point so that you can better tackle them and navigate them going forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, more of a ramble video today, but as always, I hope you learned something from this, learned something from me so that you don't have to get to that same point of burnout and can kind of navigate your situation a little bit better. So I hope you enjoyed this one. As always, ladies and gents, it's always a pleasure sitting down here and talking to you. But with that said, I will see you here in the next one.